Okay, so I've got my satellite image inserted into the True North floor plan, and now I want to make sure firstly that it's rotated. So if you haven't done that, make sure that you've got the building facing the way you want your floor plans to be, and that's really important. That's why we rotated it like that. And then I'm going to go to the the Manage tab, and then you'll see there's a position option. So it's roughly in the middle. So all the things to do with location and position are together there. Location, coordinates and position. And then you've got Rotate True North on that drop down under position. Okay, so it's a bit like rotate. You get that base point gizmo. So I'm going to drag that base point blue dot onto the bottom right corner of the satellite image. And then I'm going to snap to the top left corner. Also, it's the bottom left corner. It will be the top left in a second, but now it's the bottom left corner of that same image, the endpoint. You'll see the square comes up. I'm going to click there. That's the second click. And then bring it around so it snaps to vertical. So you'll see there how my cursor is bringing up a perfectly vertical line, which is slightly to the right of that image, which is where it should be. So once you see that, then you can click. As long as you see that vertical line, it's really important you've got a vertical line, so you bring your cursor up higher if you don't see it. Once you see that vertical line, then click, and you're going to see the whole thing spin around. Yep, that's it, vertical line. Click, and you see the whole thing spins around so that now the side of the image should be perfectly vertical. So that's what you're trying to achieve. So it's going to go back to the way it started. Right, but you'll know it's right because the views should be what are rotated now. Yeah, I'll repeat it, sure. So I'll undo that and I'll do it again. Okay, so manage, position, rotate true north. Yep. And then rotate true north. And then I'm going to drag that base point, the blue dot, onto the bottom right corner of the image. And let go. And then move the cursor onto the bottom left corner of the image. And once you see the square, click. And then move the cursor around so that you've got a vertical line snapping to 90 degrees. It won't say 90 degrees. It'll say something different if you look at the blue numbers. But that line should be perfectly vertical. And when you click, now it'll rotate it basically back to the way it started. And you might think, what's the point of that? We've just put it back to the way we had it before you rotated. But you'll see in a minute, it has changed it. So the next thing I'll get you to do is see that change, right, by selecting the image and copying it into another view. And that's a really good thing to know about as well. It'll help you with lots of things you need to do. So when you select that image, it takes you straight to the Modify tab. You don't need to go there yourself. Just click on the image and you'll get all those editing tools, and you get next to the Paste button there, you get Copy to Clipboard. And, oh, that's right. Oh, okay, that happens. Sorry, just a question about toolbars. So it's this one, there's this one here. So next to the little grey down arrow, there's this button here. If you click on that any time, it just cycles through all the different display options. So just click on that as many times as you need to get it back to the way you want it. So nice. Okay, so back to where I was. So again, I've selected the image, and then next to the Paste button, which is probably greyed out, there's a button with 2 pages, and that's Copy to Clipboard. Control-C normally does the same thing, but watch out with Revit. For some reason, that shortcut Control-C that you might use with other programs, it doesn't always work for some reason. So it's good to know that that button there will always work and do a Copy to Clipboard. Then you need to go to the site floor plan, just double click on that.
Did you press the copy?
Yes, I did. Yeah, of course. Yep. So then double click on site in your floor plans. and then go to paste under the little drop down under paste on the modify tab. So you need to go to the modify tab if it isn't up, and then click on the down arrow under paste and then go align to same place. So notice how here when you paste it, compare how it looks in True North to how it looks in Site. It's actually in the same spot exactly in both views. So what's different? It must be the view. Right, so the True North view is rotated, whereas the Site one isn't. And that's the difference. So you did rotate the image, and when you changed True North, it didn't change the image again, it changed the whole view to be rotated differently. Oh yeah, so that one, on the View tab, yep, you can go to User Interface at the end there, and just tick the ones that you're missing. So Properties is probably what you're missing. Yep. So that's it. So then, in the previous video, I did one extra step, which is actually optional, but I'm going to do it anyway, and that is just to draw some reference planes over the edge of the building. Right, now it's optional because we're going to rotate and get things from the AutoCAD drawings anyway. So don't worry too much about this. This is just very rough, but I'll see if you're thinking about things in the right way. If you know why do you think I've drawn those things? It's up to you. You don't have to. But I'm doing them just so you can see. If I go back to my ground floor or level 1 floor plans, I can't see the satellite image. But with those reference planes, I at least know where the building's meant to be. That's all. And probably just as handy, if I go to one of the elevations, I can also see the reference planes there. Right, so it's just handy to get a reference and know where things are when you start drawing reference planes. So is that something you did in CAD too, drawing in reference planes to locate things before you drew them? But you might have wondered, do I need to draw reference planes every time before I draw my walls in? Yeah, that's right. You often do it to start with, but it won't be obvious at first. In CAD 2, you just do things because you're told to do them, and then later you'll see why you do them. Okay, so we've got that basic setup with True North set, and optionally the reference planes are drawn in. But you'll see in a minute when we bring in the AutoCAD drawings should give us a better measurement for the size of the building. So you can always draw the reference planes in once you've got the AutoCAD drawings, and that's the next thing. But yeah, make sure you've got that set up, that's really important. And I'll do another video for the inserting AutoCAD.